network for games.
Well! Welcome to another edition of Adam Curry Presents. How's the Summer Games edition? On today's show, we go back to March 1988 with the game that is question and answer. Get involved. The game of Jeopardy coming up next.
Give Dad a hug for me. Hold on. Your father and I are so proud of you. Very proud. Thanks, Mom. This next year will be a busy one, won't it? Keeping your grades up along with everything else. But you've earned it. Don't let anyone tell you differently.
That's right. Sunday on the ABC Sunday Night Movie.
Go get him.
Star Duck Dell and Andrew Probio star in Death of the Cheer Sunday on ABC.
Oh my. She's alone.
Mr. Hill, I need to talk to you. Last week, I switched to this wide deodorant, and now I'm getting no protection against wetness.
You need new extra wide Arid protection.
That's wide.
New Arid extra wide solid contains a powerful anti-wetness ingredient these ordinary wide deodorant sticks don't, to fight odor and the wetness they can't.
I'll take extra wide protection. That's Arid protection.
New extra wide Arid solid fights odor and the wetness ordinary wide deodorant sticks can't. Baby fresh scent too.
Right now, Domino's Pizza is dealing, and you're going to be a winner. 2 regular cheese pizzas are $8.88. Pay just a little more for the toppings of your choice, and you've got one great deal. Your pizzas will be hot and fresh from the oven because Domino's Pizza delivers in less than 30 minutes. So discard this joker and be a winner. Get 2 regular cheese pizzas for $8.88. But don't miss out. This deal ends soon. Call Domino's Pizza now.
Like a good old pair of blue jeans, like a signpost up ahead, like a chain scene flick and a fender lick, and a look that stops you dead, like a late night TV dinner, Norma Jean and R&B, like the Rockies and the roller skate, and like catching a few Z's. I'm an American original, the first draft beer in a can. Tap an ice cold Coors with a friend of yours. Put a fresh draft beer in your hand.
Brewery Fresh draft beer in bottles and cans. That's been Coors for over 25 years. Taste the original today.
I'm an American original, the first draft beer in a can. Tap an ice cold Coors with a friend of yours. Put a 12-ounce keg in your hand.
It's television that really hits home.
I think I'm in love.
The initial crime took place right about here.
An all-new 30-something next.
Ma, it's us. Ma?
Is Jeopardy! Now entering the studio are today's contestants. A director of development from Marshfield, Massachusetts, Andy Brown. A pediatrician from Rockville, Maryland, Jack Lowe. And our returning champion, a freelance writer and housewife from Washington, D.C., Leslie Goodman Malamud, whose one-day cash winnings total $12,801. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you very much, Johnny. Hi, folks. Welcome again to Jeopardy. Well, you could tell by the expression on our champion's face that winning $12,000 in one half-hour program
is certainly an exciting thing. And today, Leslie gets to defend. She would like to repeat yesterday's performance, but to do that, she will have to defeat Andy and Jack. Good luck to all three of you. Let's go to work. Let's get right into this first match on Jeopardy! One daily double only in this round of play, and you're going to find it in one of these categories: business and industry, Woody Allen films, California songs with California in quotation marks, science, sewing, and finally, Shakespearean characters. We will give you the characters. You have to identify the play, of course. Leslie, you're the champion. You go first.
Thank you. I'd like California songs for 100.
Though East Coast girls are hip, the Beach Boys wish they all could be these. Jack.
What are California girls?
That's right.
California songs for 200, please.
The Eagles' top-selling single that begins on a dark desert highway. Jack.
What is Hotel California?
Right again.
California songs for 300.
All the leaves are brown and the sky is gray. It is 1966 and the mamas and the papas are doing this. Leslie.
What is California Dreaming?
That's right.
California songs for 400, please.
Albert Hammond's sadly inaccurate weather presumption, 'cause it pours, man, it pours. Jack.
What is It Never Rains in California?
Never rains in
Southern California.
Southern California. You got it. Select.
California songs for 500.
In this 1924 song, Al Jolson, born in Russia, claimed the West Coast was right back where I started from. Jack.
What is California? Here I Come?
Correct, for $500
Business
more.
and industry for 100, please.
Oral-B Laboratories now offers toothpaste bearing these two Muppets names. Leslie?
What are Bert and Ernie?
No, sorry. Jack or Andy? Who are Kermit the Frog and, of course, Miss Piggy. Jack, go again.
Business and industry for 200, please.
Criticized for its unfair trade advantage, Japan has agreed to shorten this starting in 1988. They have agreed to shorten their work week. Jack, go again.
Business and industry for 300.
About 43% of all American cheese sold in the U.S. is made using the process invented by this cheese peddler. Jack.
What is Kraft?
Right.
Business and industry for 400, please.
U-Haul is overhauling its fleet of trucks and trailers to combat stiff competition from this company. Leslie.
What is Ryder?
You got it.
Business and industry for 500.
Recently, this liquor company sold off many of its wine operations, including Paul Masson and Taylor, California. Leslie?
What is Seagram's?
Right again.
Woody Allen films for 100, please.
At the beginning of Play It Again, Sam, Woody is watching this Bogart classic. Andy.
What is Casablanca?
Right, you're on the scoreboard.
Woody Allen films for 200, please.
Film in which Christopher Walken as Diane Keaton's suicidal brother Dwayne drove Woody to the airport. Andy.
What is Annie Hall?
Right again.
Woody Allen films for 300, please.
Middle of the column, and we have an audio daily double. Andy, you can risk up to 500, though you have but 300 at the moment.
I'll risk 500.
For $500 in the category Woody Allen films, here is the clue first. Manhattan opens and closes with this famous piece. Listen.
What is Rhapsody in Blue?
That's good for $500. It takes you to 800. You've narrowed the gap considerably. Nice going.
Woody Allen.
Before you make your next selection, is it all right if we pause for a commercial break?
That's quite all right.
You'll get to choose the next category and amount after we pause for these messages. We'll be back.
To say about their car of the year, the 1988 Pontiac Grand Prix.
Grand Prix's high-profile exterior is only the beginning. A driving environment second to none. Where this new Pontiac really stands out is handling.
The expert's choice, the 1988 Pontiac Grand Prix. Amazingly sticker price from just $12,539. The kind of exciting value Pontiac is famous for. See it now at your Pontiac Pace Setters.
Andy Brown was the first contestant we introduced. She is from Massachusetts, a place called Marshfield. Where is that exactly?
Marshfield is south of Massachusetts on what's called the South Shore.
All right, nice having you with us. That game started very slowly for you until we got into those Woody Allen films, and all of a sudden you came alive. You are involved in manufacturing a special kind of cassette that I want you to tell us
I'm no longer involved in this, but I was at one time involved in manufacturing and selling cassettes for telephone answering machines and celebrity voices.
I see. Was Woody Allen any...
Actually, he was one of the voices.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Were they very popular?
They were very popular for a time, yes.
For a time, a fad.
For a time.
Well, that's all right. You can capitalize on a fad and make a lot of money. Nice having you with us. Jack Lowe from Rockville, Maryland. says here your main hobby is vexillology. I've never heard of that.
Vexillology is the study and collecting of flags. Come from the Latin word vexillum, which means flag.
Of course. Of course.
There are about 200 of us in North America who...
And how many flags does the leading collector have?
Probably thousands.
Really? There is a finite number, of course. You get all the countries currently. And
well, but there are more than national flags. There are civic flags and local flags and personal flags and historical flags and so on.
You guys really get into it.
Oh, yes.
All right, well, nice having you with us.
Thank
Our
you.
champion, Leslie Goodman Malamuth from Washington, D.C. Tell me about your family.
Well, I have a husband and my 3-month-old son, Gabriel.
What's your husband do?
He's a legal journalist, and that's how we met. I moved to Washington, D.C. to work on a newspaper, and they put me and Steve in the same office.
And how long did it take for things to happen?
Well, we got married 3 years later.
3 years. Well, it took long enough.
Yes.
All right. Well, good having you back with us, Leslie. Let's get back into this match. Andy was really going full bore there a few moments ago in Woody Allen. Let's see where she selects next.
Woody Allen again for 400, please.
The answer is, this Star Wars star came down to Earth to play a caterer in Hannah and Her Sisters. Leslie.
Who is Carrie Fisher?
That's right.
Woody Allen films for 500, please.
Appropriately, this 1980 film featured Hoagie Carmichael's most celestial song. Andy.
What is Stardust Memories?
That is correct. Nice going.
Sewing for 100, please.
Answer. These temporary fasteners should be rust-proof so they won't mark delicate fabrics. Jack.
What are pins?
Correct.
Science for 100, please.
Like monkeys and squirrels, the coconut crab is able to do this in search of food. Jack.
What is dig?
No, sorry. Leslie or Andy? Leslie.
What is climb?
Climbs trees. Yep, go.
Sewing for 200, please.
It can be found on top of 2 oxen or a shirt. Andy.
What is a yoke?
Right.
Sewing for 300, please.
From Old German to patch, this type of stitch is used to hold pieces of fabric together temporarily. Leslie?
What is baste?
That's right.
Sewing for 400, please.
Parts of one include the teeth, tab, and top stop. Andy.
What is a zipper?
Right again.
Sewing for 500, please.
The elastic, seam, binding, snaps, etc. needed to finish a garment are called this. Leslie?
What are the notions?
Notions. You got it for 500.
Science for 200, please.
Lava and pyroclastic rocks are examples of this class of igneous rocks. Jack.
What are metamorphic?
No, sorry. Leslie or Andy? What are volcanic rocks? Leslie, back to you.
Science for 300, please.
Answer. A conjunction of the sun, earth, and moon can only occur during this phase of the moon. What is a new moon? Leslie, back to you.
Science for 400, please.
In 1858, Alfred Wallace and Charles Darwin each proposed theories of evolution based on this. On natural selection. Less than a minute to go. It was obvious. Leslie.
Science for 500, please.
The word science comes from the Latin scientia, which means having this. Jack.
What is knowledge?
Knowledge. That's good for 500.
Shakespearean characters for 100, please.
Answer. 3 murderers, a Scottish doctor, and some apparitions. Andy?
What are characters in Macbeth?
Right.
Shakespearean characters for 200, please.
3 triumvirs and 8 conspirators. Andy?
What is Julius Caesar? Characters of Julius Caesar. Shakespearean characters for 300, please.
4 or 5 players, 2 grave diggers, and a fantastic fop. Andy?
What are characters in Hamlet?
Correct.
Shakespearean characters for 400, please.
2 friars, 1 nurse, and 1 apothecary. Andy again.
What are characters in Romeo and Juliet?
Correct. Last clue?
Shakespearean characters for 500.
The Duchess of York, the Lieutenant of the Tower, and the ghosts of the title characters' victims. Jack.
What is Richard III?
You are correct, and that wraps up the Jeopardy round. And let's see what we've got. A super match with Andy in the lead right now with a total of 2,900. Leslie, 2,400. Jack, very close behind with 2,300. And double Jeopardy still to come after this break. A lot of money earned by our contestants in that first round. I hope they keep it going in Double Jeopardy, the round in which we will have those 2 daily doubles to help you add to your winnings very quickly. Dollar figures first go into the screens. And now we will show you what the categories are. First ladies comes first. Europe is second. Then we have grave matters, figures of speech, time, and finally, famous lasts. Jack, you're in third place. You're not trailing by much, however. You get to make the first selection in this round.
Let's start with Europe for 200, please.
The answer is, the enormous palace that houses this Parisian museum is larger than the Vatican Palace. Leslie.
What is the Louvre?
Right.
First ladies for 200, please.
The answer is Mary Todd. Leslie.
Who is Lincoln?
Right. Mrs. Lincoln.
All right, first ladies for 400, please.
Dolly Payne Todd. Andy.
Who is Dolly Madison?
Correct.
Europe for 400, please.
Answer. This creature could be 1,422 years old since it was first sighted in Scotland in 565 A.D. Jack.
What is the Loch Ness Monster?
That's right.
And Europe for 600, please.
It's the largest city in Switzerland. Jack.
What is Zurich?
Correct again.
Europe for $800, please.
Known for its lovely parks, this Bulgarian capital is called the greenest city in Europe. Leslie.
What is Zagreb?
Sorry, that's wrong. Jack.
What is Sofia?
Sofia, yes.
Europe for 1,000.
Geg and Tosk are spoken in this country, which has had no diplomatic relations with the U.S. since the 1940s. Jack?
What is Albania?
No relationships either. Go again.
First ladies for 600, please.
Answer. Thelma Catherine Ryan. Leslie?
Who's Pat Nixon?
Right.
First ladies for 800.
Mary Geneva Dowd. Jack?
Who was Mamie Eisenhower?
Right.
First ladies for 1,000.
Rachel Donaldson Robards. Jack?
Who was Andy Jackson's wife?
Correct, for $1,000.
Time for $200, please.
Answer. From the 1696 play, The Lost Lover, we get the expression, no time like this. Leslie?
What are old times?
No, sorry. Andy?
What is the present?
No time like the present. That is right, and you have control of the board.
Famous last for 200, please.
The answer is, after stepping on the executioner's toe, her last words were, "Pardon, monsieur, I did not mean it." Jack?
Who was Marie Antoinette?
Right.
Famous last for 400, please.
1925 was the last year the steam-powered car developed by these identical twins was built. Jack?
What was the Stanley steamer?
Yes?
Time for 400, please.
Answer? A division of a school year. It originally meant 6 months. Andy?
What is a semester?
Correct.
Time for 600, please.
For an astronomer, UT stands for this. Jack?
What is universal time?
That is right.
Time for 800, please.
A timeout in rugby can only be declared if this has happened. Jack?
What is an injury?
That is right.
Time for 1,000.
A clepsydra is a clock run by this type of power. Jack?
What is water?
Water is right. Nice going.
Figures of speech for 200, please.
From Greek to sneer, it's a form of wit, frequently ironic, intended to taunt. Andy?
What is tease?
No, sorry. Jack?
What is sarcasm?
Sarcasm is the response.
Figures of speech for 400, please.
An inquiry for which you don't expect a response, usually because it's obvious. Andy?
What is a rhetorical question?
That is it.
Figures of speech for 600.
Figure of speech in which inanimate objects are given human qualities. Leslie?
What is personification?
That is right.
Figures of speech for 800.
The answer there is one of the 2 daily doubles in this round. Leslie, you've got $3,000. You can see the score. Jack has a $7,100 lead over you right now. How much do you want to risk?
All of it.
All of it. Doubling your score to $6,000 if you are right. The category is figures of speech. Here is the clue. An aside in a speech said to an imaginary person. It's also the superscript sign in this clue.
What is an apostrophe?
You got it. You doubled your score to $6,000. Well done. Select again.
Figures of speech for 1,000.
From Greek to throw beyond. An extravagant statement like the Emmy telecast was 3 years long. Andy?
What is hyperbole?
Good for 1,000.
Famous last for 600, please.
The answer is, he hit his last Major League home run July 20th, 1976, about 28 months after his most famous one. Leslie?
Who's Hank Aaron?
That's right.
Famous last for 800.
Ludovico Manin, who abdicated in 1797, was the last to hold this office, which ruled Venice for 1,100 years. Leslie?
What was the Doge?
Doge, yes.
Famous last for 1,000.
We have the second daily double. Well, Leslie, a moment ago you had just $3,000. You now have $7,400. You're closing in on our leader. How much do you want to risk?
1,500.
In famous lasts, here is the clue. Mahatma Gandhi's last fast was a last-ditch attempt to prevent war between these 2 countries.
What are India and Pakistan?
That's right. Makes you feel good when you get them.
Yes, sure does.
Go again, Leslie.
Grave matters for 200, please.
The answer is, it seems appropriate that this author is buried in Sleepy Hollow Cemetery in Tarrytown, New York. Jack?
It was Washington Irving.
Yes.
400 grave matters, please.
He's buried in Hollywood Cemetery in Richmond, where he served his presidential term. Jack?
It was Jefferson Davis.
Right again.
600 grave matters.
Among those buried here are Audie Murphy, Oliver Wendell Holmes Jr., and Robert Kennedy. Jack?
What is Arlington National Cemetery?
Correct.
800 grave matters, please.
Schubert was buried where he asked to be, near this great German composer who died in 1827. Andy?
Who's Beethoven?
Beethoven, yes, in Vienna.
Grave matters for 1,000.
Last clue there. Acquaintances in life. Thoreau, Louisa May Alcott, and this philosopher are neighbors at a Concord cemetery. Jack?
Who is Emerson?
Emerson is right for $1,000 more, and that takes you to $12,300. And it takes us to the end of a very exciting Double Jeopardy round. Jack, you're in the lead, of course. Leslie in good shape with $8,900. Andy all right with $5,900. I remind you that at the end of Final Jeopardy, the player with the most cash is the champ. The others will enjoy these prizes, we hope.
Today's second-place contestant will receive Broyhill's graceful Queen Anne-styled entertainment center, a roomy video section with pocket doors, pull-out VCR shelf, and 2 storage drawers constructed of solid cherry and cherry veneers by Broyhill, and Color Time's exclusive traditional-style twin-speaker color console TV featuring 134-channel cable-capable tuning furnished by Color Time Rent-to-Own. Today's third-place contestant will receive Avita's professional rowing machine, electronic display, and two-way resistance easily set with controls at each end. The conditioning tool for total body fitness, quality product from Avita. And now, once again, here's Alex.
And we're looking for an exciting conclusion to today's match, in which our Final Jeopardy category will be rivers. Leslie, Jack, Andy, make your wagers based on your knowledge of rivers. We'll be back with the clue right after this. Our 3 contestants going into Final Jeopardy that we have had on the program in many, many weeks. Congratulations to all 3 of you. The Final Jeopardy category, as you know, is rivers. I'll give you the clue, then you'll have 30 seconds in which to write down your question. Be sure it is phrased properly. Final Jeopardy answer is this. Below sea level for most of its course, it's called the lowest river on Earth. Good luck. To begin down there with Andy, who's in third place with $5,900. Let's see what she put down as her response. What is the Nile? Sorry, that is incorrect. How much is it going to cost you? $2,000. That'll take you down to $3,900. Let's move to this end to Leslie, our returning champion. Played well, picked up $12,800 yesterday. Let's see if she can add to that today. Did you get the right river? What is the River of Babylon? No, sorry, that too is wrong. How much did you risk? $4,901. That leaves you with $3,999. And now we move to Jack, who was leading with $12,300. Did he come up with the right river? What is the Jordan? He most certainly did, and that makes him our new Jeopardy champion with how much money? $5,505 added to that for a $17,805 total for the program. Way to go, Jack. What a terrific game. Thanks to all 3 of you. It was just a pleasure spending this half hour with you. Tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, Jack returns as our champion, and we'd love to have you join us when we introduce 2 challengers for him right here on Jeopardy. So long.
Today's second and third place contestants will receive new Lee sculptured nails. Now professional salon nails you can do at home. Quick, easy, permanent-like salon nails. New Lee sculptured nails. Genuine Vaseline, the petroleum jelly that heals, soothes, and protects rough, dry skin. Why trust your skin to anything less? Zip Guard, a beautiful stain, a beautiful finish. Zip Guard. Discover a world of fine baking from Fleischmann's Yeast. International recipes in April magazines. Fleischmann's Yeast, trusted for good taste and quality. Green Sweep liquid fertilizer and weed and feed. With Green Sweep, just hook up a hose and spray a 5,000 square foot lawn in minutes. When a man you've never met suddenly gives you flowers, that's Impulse, a fragrance for every mood. Impulse Body Spray. Sarnay today. Elegance and quality in the art of the designer handbag. Sarnay is sold by nice people at nice stores. Today, Sarnay.
Prostate cancer, Sunday morning at 7.
This summer on the Channel 9 4 o'clock movie. Andrew Peoples and Sarah Duckdale star in Death of the Cheerleader, based on a true story of these cheerleaders.
Locke residence?
Hi, Mrs. Locke.
Yes, to whom am I speaking?
Hi, I'm a friend of Kelly's, a fellow Bobette.
Kelly isn't actually here right now. She left for cheerleading camp.
Oh, I know. Actually, that's why I'm calling right now. See, we are having a surprise dinner for the first year girls, sort of like an end of the year thing, but it's a secret. Yeah, totally.
What do you need me to do?
Okay, so the dinner is on June 23rd at 9, and I or someone will be there to pick her up at
Andrew
8:30.
Peoples and Sarah Duckdale star in Death of the Cheerleader. This summer on the Channel 9.
Great. Great. Okay, have a great evening, Mrs. Locke.
You too. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Honks for 100.
Top Gun.
Who is Tom Cruise?
Okay, Butch Cassidy in this kind of man. Thor Newman in Red. All right, it's time for the audio daily double.
All right.
Born in the U.S.
Who is Bruce Springsteen?
Who cares?
I'd like to be in Final Jeopardy with him.
Jeopardy's the language of Jeopardy.
Tomorrow night at 7:30 on TV5.
This is Jeopardy! It's a great way to start your night. It's fun.
Where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked?
It's risky. Alex, all of it. Play along and see if you can question Jeopardy's answers.
Hi, I'm Alex Trebek, inviting you to join us for America's favorite challenge, Jeopardy! Weeknights at 7, right here on Channel 6.
Enter the world of facts, fiction, and fun as host Alex Trebek sends you into Jeopardy!
Good luck.
The risk is great.
I'll risk 1,000.
And the challenge is even greater.
He won Best Actor Oscar for 1948 film version of Hamlet, which also won Best Picture. Who is Laurence Olivier? You are right.
Just how do you measure up against America's finest?
It's the newest game of challenge. Put your trivia knowledge to the test. Play Jeopardy! Weeknights at 7.
Well, that's our show for you today. Hope you enjoyed Jeopardy today. It was a good show. Big payoff. We're going to have more payoffs all this summer long on the Summer Games. Next time we do Accurate Presents, we do $20,000 pyramid. Good night, all.